address to my blog and let them go listen for it themselves. Okay. Such an oxymoron as Jesus himself is not true Christian. Such an oxymoron as Jesus himself is not dictating what is and what is not a true Christian. If the life he lived and died cannot stand on its own, have meaning, without believing in the divinity of Jesus Christ, then I'm not sure I even understand what the example was that he lived. Okay, since I went on that, the way she told me she had need to take that down, made me go on a rant. So since I couldn't send all of it at one time, I had to break it up. So here's the next part. The sad fact remains, we will never know the truth until the day we die. Then we are free. Our fate is set. Plus, you cannot take what Jesus said then, repeat it today, and have it mean the same thing. This is called pragmatic competence. You just cannot do this. Not even Jesus himself could. This is called pragmatic competence. I didn't realize that was coming up. And it's our intention that creates our reality. Some of us have to be charming. It is my understanding that Jesus did not have to be charming and just and kind. And it takes a surplus of some kind being able doing this. Those with a surplus are better able controlling their circumstances. Those without are controlled by them. One is not always able exercising good judgment. While he had some sort of surplus, and he exercised judgment he did not have to. This is simply not conforming to the norm choices others would have chosen against their will. Plus, a truly virtuous man will come to the aid of a distant stranger equally as he would that of a close friend. Then again, a truly virtuous man would have no friend. If you read the word carefully, Jesus said during the Last Supper, he referred to his disciples as no longer being his servants, but his friends instead. The quality of a good leader is one able to disappoint his own people at a rate they can absorb. There is no way, even God himself in flesh, as one of us could have spoken a language all would understand. It's even possible the words Jesus spoke weren't even meant for the masses who gathered to hear him, but for the selected few within the audience he saw as being vulnerable to being persuaded into following him. Sometimes the human heart needs more than the old ways can give it. For example, the Samaritan woman at the well. Jesus was on her turf, already at the well, waiting for her when she came to fetch water. A daily routine with a predictable habit for all women of her time. And all he had to do was tell her everything everyone else in her village already knew about her. Nothing new at all for her to hear except from an unexpected stranger who said it with kindness and without judgment. Then he sits back and lets her do all the work for him, spreading the news of someone they all thought viewed them with disdain. It sounds to me as if Jesus made new friends. What makes you think the previous men of her life didn't say sweet things to her as well in the beginning? It would have worked no other way. Jesus was crafty, and this is still called empathy, and manipulation and deception eliminate the possibility of consent. Just don't get carried away with this true Christian thing. Again, I like your Christ. I do not like your Christian. Your Christians are so unchristlike. Gandhi. It can still be done without the need of labeling yourself a true Christian. Let others do it instead. It means so much more this way. And that's why I call myself simply Jim. As I have no control over what other people are calling me, I just accept it. It doesn't change who I am. So, simply Jim, and you can call me whatever you like. But it continued. And it was Bert Meir, that's Bert, the author of that blog, the author of the book Jesus Unplugged. We're all Methodists. It was Bert's mother crossing over to my side of the street first, introducing herself to me and her husband Bob. Hello, my name's Janet. Bob. Bob wasn't even there. Bob would come and go and work like he always did every day, and kept leaving her on home along all day. I lived in the house 30 years before I even met anybody from that house. And here was Bert's mother. Hello, my name is Janet. Bob. Bob was a fluff of air, not even at home. Nationally known pastoral consultant George Robert Gary, Sr., Doctor of Theology, associated with Emory University, Camden School of Theology, who as usual was not at home. After living several years across the street from his parents, this was the first time meeting anyone face-to-face from that household. There was a reason it had to be them introducing themselves to me first. After this old woman finished telling me they had been approached by property developers offering them twice the value of their property to sell on the condition all 7 consecutive lots across the street from me agreed to sell, I then told the clueless woman very pleasantly. I was pissed off hearing all this, but I didn't tell her that. Very pleasantly. My name is James Avery. I'm a veterinarian. I live in that house. Not only am I gay, I am atheist as well. Very pleasantly, I introduced myself to this woman this way. We're not that kind of Christian. She quickly brushes me off with her immaculate ejaculation. And that's my point. All you have to do with true Christian is beat them to it. Then they hang themselves from that point on, living for all eternity in the present. It never failed. We all arrive at the future at the same rate of 60 seconds per minute. All of it. If you are able broadening your horizon, research Carl Jung Collective Unconsciousness. And that's the end of it. And I went back online and looked to see if I could, I was going to read some of her poems to you, but I found out that this blog is open to invited readers only. It doesn't look like you've been invited to read this blog. If you think it's a mistake, you might want to contact the blog author. See, another Christian had shut me out. Just like the Garys have Becky, Reverend Dr. Alex, Lynn Memorial, Reverend Dr. Beth, I can go on, Reverend Owen, Reverend Beverly, I can go on forever. They all run, and let's see what I'm going to do. I guess we're done. Oh no, okay. I was able to find a profile on Becky. And this is what it says about her. New York, in the United States, 5'4", brown hair with gray constantly coming in, brown eyed, large build, to put it nicely, and I like nicely, sounds like a bull dyke. Reading, listening to music, classical mostly, but I like most genres, craft now and then. I like movies that make you think. As much doing as after she didn't like what I had to say. Tearjerkers, comedy, drama, even documentary. Classical, Christian hymn, and song. Favorite book. Christian book. Fiction and nonfiction. That doesn't make sense. Historical, contemporary, Bible age written by preachers and teachers of the Bible. And autobiography, secular history, autobiography, and biography. The Holy Bible for sure. I wonder if you ever looked up Carl Jung and Collective Unconsciousness. Oh well, I'm going to call it quit.